beats get rolled like burritos. Bulba en la casa. Let's go!
From the block to the console, we ride that beat. Destiny rising, AOE heat. Rise of kingdoms, got the crew on the street, but we play with a heart that can be beat. Fortnite drops, COD snaps clean. Burrito gang ripping on every screen. We ain't just gamers, now we a dream. Raising funds for St. Drew's team. The Burrito gang, roll it, light that flame. Bulbarito bring the heat to the game. From the factory, yo, we ain't the same. We cook our beats with that Bulbaritos flame. Contenido, mixo Pokémon y mexicano sentido. Bulbaritos, nombre bendito. Bulldog francés, corazón bonito. Dale, we dissect the dev like surgeons in a booth. Break down the lies, serve up the truth. Crack content fresh from the factory roof. When the horns go off, that's Bulba's crew. No fake flex, no clickbait sign. Just community love and charity line. For every kid fighting in tough times, we ride together, our souls alive. The Burrito gang, roll it, like that flame. Bulbaritos bring the heat to the game. From the factory, yo, we ain't the same. We cook our beats with that Bulbaritos flame. Gang, everybody say our name. Bulba in the lab with that crazy aim. From the streets to the stream, we claim respect and love, not fame. Bulba the factory done. From ROK roots to gaming songs. Burrito gang, we carry on. Faith, family, flavor forever strong, yeah.
Welcome, everybody. Anthony here with the Bulbaritos, bringing you a brand new live stream. And today, Burrito Gang, we got another doozy. I know Kingsland's been raging on between these insane servers in 1093 and 2489. Lots of things have been changing since the last time that we streamed it. So I'm excited to see how the map's adjusted, what it's looking like, catch some fights, and just chill and hang out with y'all. So hopefully y'all been enjoying all the content. If y'all have, do me a huge favor. Help us out with that YouTube algorithm. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because, hey, why not? Why haven't you? And make sure and share the link out. And if you haven't already, hit that bell icon so that you get notified every single time we go live or drop a video. And if you want to hop in the Discord, I'll post the link here in a couple of minutes. And there's also in the description below. So thank you again. Appreciate y'all. And yeah, let me fire up some music real quick. I know that the map has pretty much been changing, so it's been pretty wild, man. It's been pretty wild to see kind of what it's looking like. I'm not entirely sure how we're gonna feel about it, so it should be wild. Evil Clown Boba, what's going on, buddy? What in the world? Hold on. What is going on? Hello? Something jammed? Nothing should be jammed. Why is it acting weird? Hold on. Spotify app is working all weird. I apologize. How you doing, Evil? Good to see you, bud. Can't play right now. Okay, maybe it was just being weird. That's fine. But yeah, let me bring it up real quick and then we can chat. The Kingsland's been looking real interesting, because essentially what it looks like has happened, and we can flip over here in a minute and check it out. It's an interesting one. It split both sides, dude. It's been pretty wild. So we're gonna check out the map, see some fighting. I do know I was watching some a little bit earlier, so I appreciate y'all hanging out. But yeah, I'm excited for the weekend. Hopefully y'all are having a great week so far. And yeah, I'm happy to be doing some streams. We'll see what we're going to be doing. We do have some kind of, not really announcements, because we may make a video about it. We may not. I'm not entirely sure because I don't know all the details yet. But we are possibly going to be doing a sleeper project. I don't really know how you want to call it. It's not a jumper technically, I guess. Into server 4030. It starts next week. So if y'all are interested in it, hop in our Discord and let me put the link here if you're not already in it, and then I'll put up details and do all that kind of stuff. But yeah, we're gonna be doing that. There's a pretty large group of friends that are gonna be doing it, but I know that I have some alliance mates, some old community members that watch us, hang out with us. So if you're interested in it, hit me up. I'll shoot you the details and then get you tucked in. And yeah, we have some AOEM guys that are coming over or returning and leaving AOEM. And we're looking at bringing more. I have heard, I don't want to spoil it. For those of y'all that are here. We may have a couple of Kragans jumping in with us. I don't want to make any promises and I don't want to name drop yet, but I was told that they are considering doing it. So we'll see. It is definitely, if you're coming from AOEM, you'll definitely know who they are. You would have to put it this way. You would have to be blind and not play AOEM to not know who it is. So we may have some insane Kragans joining us, but I don't want to promise anything and then not deliver. So once I do find out for sure, feel tempted. Once I know for sure, I will let y'all know. We'll probably make a little video about it, doing all that kind of stuff. So Evil, feeling tempted, dude. You know, it's funny. I hopped on Sneaky's stream. Sorry about the music. Why is it doing that, bro? That's fine. A lot of people keep asking me like whether or not I would like why I went back to ROK. Like even Sneaky joked about it. He was probably half serious, knowing Sneaky, when he was talking to me about why I went back to ROK. The reality is this, right? As a content creator, I'm not saying there's no growth in AOEM. There's plenty of growth. People will grow and do that. The issue that I have is I pushed myself well beyond and like to stick around after not already enjoying the game for a long time because of the community. And so once they pushed all the updates, it nuked it for me. I was already there. I was already at the edge, and the only thing holding me back was y'all. And at that point, I was like, you know what? I don't want to leave the community without an option for them if they want to come hang out or just support. And so that's what we did. So I know that there's some excitement with AOE. I'm not going back, team. I'm not. I don't trust it. I gave them the benefit of the doubt for 14 months. Let that sink in. It shouldn't take me completely leaving for changes to happen, right? Yo, QQ, what's going on, buddy? And so I've returned back to ROK because I've had the community asking me for literally the last 2 years almost to come back, cover Osiris League, do all these fun things. And so I'm excited. And the support is there, both content creator wise, program wise, community wise. Y'all, they always just show up. They show up and shell out. So it's I can never argue with that because I've always told y'all, if y'all engage with the stuff, I will give more. Like I'm actively looking for engagement. So that's the whole thing, right? And so yeah, we made the move. We are doing a sleeper, jumper, whatever y'all want to call it, project where we're setting it up in the AOEM friends Discord. If y'all are interested, go there. If you're already in there, if you're not, hop in our server and I'll drop the details, and then y'all can link up and we'll ping and do all that kind of stuff when stuff goes live. And so yeah, we're gonna be doing that, jumping in with some of the community. Probably have some Kragans that are gonna join us, hopefully, and we'll figure it out from there. So hopefully y'all are enjoying all the content. I know I've been pumping out and doing a lot more live streams, so hopefully y'all are noticing that as well. Let me see. Doing the thing. Yeah. So we'll figure it out. If y'all are half tempted, I would say try it. If you haven't played it, ask your questions. I can show y'all whatever you want. I know that, let me see if, hold on. I know that, sorry, I had to message. Let me see. My old lead on AOEM went to ROK too. And that's the thing. Get him in the Discord, clown. But yeah, that's just the way it's gonna happen, right? There's gonna be a lot of people, especially right now, they're gonna be hopping off of AOEM, going back to ROK or going back to Call of Dragons or doing whatever they're doing. And to answer the question, why ROK? It's not that hard, right? The support, I've already named them all. Support, the amount of support that we get from the development team, the amount of support we get from the community managers team, you know, it's effortless to try to make content on ROK because of the amount of support you get. The program itself is very well built out. I would say it's definitely a top 5. I wouldn't say it's the best program I've ever been a part of, but it's definitely not the worst. It is a very solid program. And the amount of content, the community, like there's so many things that I can just go off on. But at the end of the day, the community wanted it. And I was already halfway thinking of it already. And so it kind of, after what they did in the other game, it kind of just, it helped it along. So yeah, but hey, that's what we're chatting about today. And then we are gonna check out some fights. But if y'all have questions, I know we have some AOEM friends that are gonna be jumping in, asking questions about ROK because they might be interested in it or want to see different stuff. Feel free, ask me, put questions in the chat, and I will answer them as best as I can. Or if not, then I'll direct you. Okay, let me fire up. Here we go. ROK. All right, let me see. So I know that there's a big push going on right here. So overall, here, let me look real quick. The map, 2489 right now is the red, stretching into multiple areas, which is different. It's kind of providing that shield. You should watch 3743 past 7. I'm more interested in Kingsland than I am in past 7. Past 7 tends not to be insane just because it's a lot of pass rallies. But it's better than nothing, I would say that. But this is for sure the one you don't want to miss. 1093 is over here in purple. Kind of took over all of the right side. 2377 is the yellow right now, kind of repositioning and reworking their way back in. Originally, y'all saw they were over here on the bottom right, taking these. But as you can see, they've gotten pushed out. And so it's interesting to see kind of how they're going to progress, because right now you can already see they're starting to build and they're going to push 2377 again. So we'll see how they're going to hold up. They're free burning right now. It looks like, let me see if there's people here. There's a couple. They just might be cooked. I'm not gonna lie to you. They might just be back flagging. And let me see if 1093. Okay, so 1093 is burning that. It'll push them off and cut this, and then I assume 93 will work its way down to kind of free up 2377. But most of the fighting was happening, yeah, right here. All right, let me get into, I think they are wind. Yeah, they are wind for this. 1093, baby. Choo choo. Look at the wall of blue, baby. Oh, Woo. And there's 2489 in crew down here. Oh boy. The past rallies are over. It's all field fighting now. I just don't enjoy that, man. I want to see some swarms. I want to see some gas. You know what I'm saying? I don't dislike it. But if I have a choice between this and that, I'm choosing 1093 and 2489. You know what I mean? Just a different level of competition here, boys. I'm surprised they're not cutting them off right here. Ooh, got a night. Oh, yeah, boy. Ooh, 2489 showing up, boys. Look at the wall. Let's go. And allies, yeah. Oh, uh-oh. Here we go. Rally in, or is it a swarm? No, rally in. Oh, shoot. Bop. Ooh, bopped him. They bopped him. Body boom. Bop. Bopped. Dang. I need to see. Let me see if I can get Sensei to send me the report. Let me see. Hold on. See if I can get Sensei to send me the report. I think I sent him. I had to send a bunch of people friend requests. Upside down. How did I? Hold on. Let me see. It's my friends, right? And then it's. Oh, it doesn't show the ones you sent though. Oh. All right. Let me see if. Where's Sensei at? Let me see if I can get Sensei real quick. Alliance. Sensei. Actually, I don't even remember if this was the actual alliance that needs to be in. It might not be. There's Kang. Very nice. Where's Sensei? There's Makote. There he is. And then you gotta hit them with the heart. Oh, they have it with the non-friends, bro. Dang it. All right. I'll have to see if I can. Let me see. Let me see if they have it. I mean, Kingsland is in a couple days. Yeah, it's usually what, 3? I think it's 3 days. Senju, let's fucking go. Let's go down, buddy. QQ 43, one of the biggest kingdoms in the game currently. I'm pretty sure. Which one was 43? Which one was the one you were talking about then? 3743? We'll have to figure that out. I'm not like, I still need to familiarize myself with, yo, bro, look how many. Oh my God, it's just so late. Look, it's so late. There's so many bodies. So many bodies. Each one of those icons is a march. Dude, the AOEM spectators in here are having like nightmares. They're like, what? That's individual marches? Dude, they're freaking out right now. I mean, he might be in 93T. Nah, he was in there. Just got off work, brother. Hey, I feel you, man. I feel you. It's been a long week, man. It's been a long week for sure. Dang, nobody has it, bro. Let me see. I gotta start getting everybody back in the chat. In the chat. Let me see. So the flag they popped was this one. I assume they haven't popped that one. Yeah. Hey, I feel you, brother. I feel you. Yeah, it's been, dude, it feels like it's been a long week. I'll be honest with you, man. We'll probably have some streams this weekend. And then the restart project starts next week for like the sleeper aspect. So I'll probably have some streams next week just specifically for that. But like I said, if y'all are wanting to come in, this project's gonna be, I appreciate it. The sleeper project is gonna be a massive one. So 581 697. I appreciate the chords, man. Oh, daddy. Oh, daddy. Hey, hey. I don't think they're on a flag, right? Are they? Question mark? I can't see. Habibi. Let me see. I don't see a flag. I think they're just beating each other up. Yeah, the flag's right here. Hey, I'll take it. We can watch them. We can chill and hang out and have a good time. Yeah, make sure y'all post the chords. Baronita. Oh, man, the homie. I remember the homie. Back in 1307, my friend. Let me see. 3672 did a 1v3 KVK4 and won. 3777 are top 60 and 3743 are 61 at power ranking. Oh, okay. Is that, I know they usually split the rankings up. Is that for pre-season of Conquest and then post-season of Conquest? Uh-oh. Got the absolute bee's knees kicked out of him. Dude, why does it look like Tron every time? Tron! Dude, every time somebody ports in, bro, I feel like I'm in the Tron movie, man. It's wild. It makes me a little... Wait, was that guy just shooting fire? What? What is that? Dude, team, somebody educate me right now. What is that? Why is Sauron... Bro, what is that? Why is Sauron literally shooting fire? Bro, Sauron got him cooked. He's getting cooked right now, bro. It's a tower. Yeah, dude, can you imagine just getting slashed by so many? Dude, it's Sauron, man. We're not, stop the cap. Dude, Lord of the Rings has invaded. Sauron has attacked. Look at this. You can't look at that and tell me that, well, besides the evil clown as the icon, right? Getting absolutely laser beamed out of here, bro. Woo. Oh my God, bro. Watch, you know that there's some whack kingdom out there that would line all these up so that it would make like the devil symbol. You know what I'm talking about? The oh no, the ring of fire, and it burns. That's out of every kingdom in the game. Oh, okay, interesting. Lilith nerfed it, but still OP. Dude, that's wild. Wait, it's shooting somebody with a shield? Bro. Huh? What? Dude, are we still playing ROK? Are we still playing ROK right now? Dude, bro.
I'm in danger.
Bro, you're getting cooked with the shield on. Dude, this is insane. I love it. I'm all for this, fam. I'm all for this. Bro. Oh my God, the durability is going down so fast with the shit. Like, I wonder how far this thing shoots. Oh, he's searching for enemies right now. Bro. This is so funny. Like, bro, what? Oh no. That's too much. That's too much. You should look at 3777 migration sometimes. I have someone from Sleeper Kraken and a guy called Sponge. A guy called Sponge. Does he fight right next to Bob? And have a friend named Pants? And they're all squares? Oh, dude, this is gonna turn into an absolute laser fest. How triggering would that be? Even with the shield on. That is insanely triggering. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you. That's insanely triggering right now. You just gotta hit the rally leads. So, random question. What happens? Somebody answer this for me. What happens if you do this to the rally lead during an active rally and it ports them out? Does it auto cancel the rally? Does anybody know? Because that would be wild. That would be wild. Where's the Habibis in the chat, bro? We needed the we need the report. Oh, I can't send them that because we have to be friends. Be my friend. All right, so let me save. Hold on. Let me put. Let me get rid of these real quick. All right, got one there. Dude, absolute laser beams up here. Oh, dang, and that's all the way to the top. All right, let me see. Let me marker these real quick. The standoff is ensuing now. Let me see. We were waiting for this. Okay, so they did cut him off. Oh. Ooh. Playing their numbers. Smart. Playing their numbers. So instead of it, I guess 93 just didn't have the capacity to do it. But Blue's taking it over. They're postured on there. That's nice. And free. All right, let me see. I'm assuming they still free burning over here. Yeah. Dang. GG's. Yeah, they're gonna be totally ripped out. I assume they're free to just roam, which helps. Let's look at all the points that are touching. I think this is where we were looking at earlier. Dude, this thing shoots so far. Look at that. What is that? What is that? Did you see that? Bro, that is like half of the map right there. Unreal. Fancy. Yo, good morning, bud. How you doing? Burrito, what's going on, Lizard? Hey, kid. Yeah, if you have questions, let me know, man. Just feel free to ask. Right now, we are watching a season of Conquest, which is the end game of Rise of Kingdoms, like the There's pre-season of conquest and then season of conquest. This is like the end game content. All the kingdoms and servers. This is the one that you'll like, the area that you'll be fighting in. Look at the fucking lasers, bro. Lasers, bro. It's just reminding me of dodgeball. Laser me. Ball me, Blazer. Bro, an absolute, oh my God. Laser, blazer, phaser. And Minimonovich. The most deadly woman in their country. I don't even remember what her name was, but I just made one up. Oh, don't be offended. You grabbed, hold on, I gotta remember what STP is, brother. I'm old, bro. Hold on. Let my old ass look up STP real quick, brother. I'm trying to remember what I know it's on the top of my head, and I'm gonna forget it. Okay, that's definitely not what it is. Remind me what STP, brother. I'm Googling it. It's like standard temperature and pressure in science. That's not what he's talking about. I see. I'm already understanding some mechanics, and to be honest, it's way more fun than I told you. Make sure, like I said, kid, message me in Discord if you think that the crew is gonna want to jump in. If they want to jump in, then let's get them in the server, or at least in my server. That way I can ping when we are going to be launching the native accounts, unless they want to do sleeper accounts. That way we can all get in. Sun Tzu Prime, bro. See, there you go. I was like, STP. I was thinking the oil. I was like, bro, what are we talking about? Sun Tzu Prime. I got you. Let me reread your question then. You grabbed it. Yeah, I did grab it. I grabbed it. I think he's 5411. So I didn't have enough gems to do the full reset. So I had to do a hero that had like basically almost a half a reset. I only had 30k gems, and I wasn't about to spend $100 to get the gems required. So he's 5411, I think, right now. I'm waiting for him to arrive on the wheel. We'll see. Yeah, I got him on sub. He was always the wheel intention for me, or not the wheel, the reset. I was hoping for the exchange, not for the reset, but it is what it is. I did ask them. It's been so long, but y'all let me know. I remember back in the day when it would reset, it would give you the stars, it would give you XP, it was a reset. This one didn't full reset, it just gave you the sculptures back. So it kind of threw me for a loop. But it is what it is. Maybe I was just imagining that. You know what I mean? More fun to Kragen's bully free to play. But here's the difference, right? Evil says that, and I know Evil is half joking but half serious at the same time. The difference is between Kragen's playing, you fighting against Kragen's in Rise of Kingdoms, and you fighting Kragen's in AOEM, is the reality is, even if you lose an AOEM, we'll start an AOEM first, you are taking deads in the open field, regardless if your hospital is filled. That is the largest issue that plagued the game, and we brought it up to them like day one of launch, and they just did not want to change it. That is the biggest problem, AOEM. That simple mechanic right there cripples PvP and what the potential of it could be, because you are going to have a lot of free-to-play, low-spender players that don't want to run out, because they are gonna lose more in 30 seconds of playing open field that will take them a whole week's worth of time to retrain if they don't speed up, right? In ROK, right, as opposed to the alternative in ROK, if you are free to play, you can run out with 5 marches if you want to, and if they all get nuked, they all start filling up your hospital. You don't take deads in the open field. What you do is you get your hospital, it starts filling up, and then it's going to require you to have resources and speed ups to get them back out of the hospital. And then you rinse and repeat, and you can fight as long as you have resources and speed ups, you can fight. That's the difference, right? So free to play have a integral role in Rise of Kingdoms because it is about activity. It doesn't necessarily matter because you're not, oh, let me see. And that's the major difference. Free to play a massive role. There are more integral player in ROK than they are in AOEM, solely for the fact that they put a lot of effort into PvP, and it helps the kingdom. It benefits the kingdom. So you definitely want whales, and you definitely want that, right? But at the end of the day, having activity, having people on the field like this, this is probably a bad example because these kingdoms that are fighting right now are two of the largest kingdoms in all of Rise of Kingdoms. So me talking about free to play won't really necessarily apply to a majority of the ones that are in this kingdom, but a majority of the other kingdoms are going to have high percentages of free to play that are filling the fields, filling their hospitals, getting resources, doing all that kind of stuff. And so they all play a role, right? And that's the major difference. Whether I can beat Baba or not, I definitely know I won't, right? The reality is that if 5 or 6 of us have really solid marches and we target the Kraken, we may be able to take them down, and all it's going to cost us is some resources and some speed ups. It's not going to cost us a reset of our account. We won't get zeroed in the open field unless we're off territory, or off Alliance territory. And that's the reality of it, right? They are focused on the fun aspect in ROK more than they are about the quick buck, the quick entertainment, right? They're more concerned about you playing for 25 hours PvP in open field than they are about 25 seconds of you being able to swarm somebody. And that's the difference. It's all about player retention and keeping them on your game, playing your game. Is there like a good troop type for each season in ROK like AOEM? So there is. So the good thing to note, kid, that I'll let you know. So first off, as we're watching this, one of the major differences in Rise of Kingdoms compared to AOEM, and I give you all references like that because we have a lot of viewers that are going to be coming from AOEM. One of the major differences in marches, okay, is one, in AOEM, all the heroes have to synergize with each other, right? There really is no synergy in the aspect that it is in AOEM, right? Because the main skills are the ones that only matter for the primary. The primary commander is the only one that takes effect in any of that. And so that's the decision when it comes to that. It does matter with the secondary because you are getting buffs and all that kind of stuff. But equipment you only need on the primary. You don't need it across all inside of your march. Armaments, same thing. It's only for the primary hero inside of your march. So you don't need to necessarily focus solely on one piece, right? Or on equipping all characters that you unlock. It's only the primary commander in your march that you have to focus on. Equipment is also a little bit simpler inside of ROK than it is in AOEM because a lot of it is general equipment. It isn't super specialized and niche. It is you'll start to notice a lot of the march compositions and presets that most players run around with are the same. It's just a matter of getting higher crit gear, doing stuff like that, leveling them up. In other words, like if you play looter shooter games, like prestiging your weapons, that's basically what you're doing with your gear inside of ROK. So you get higher benefits, higher rolls, all that kind of stuff. So as for heroes, the other major difference to understand inside of ROK, and I talk about this as well, Welcome to everybody on the stream. Do me a huge favor if y'all can. Help us with that YouTube algorithm. Smash that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate all the love and y'all stopping in. But yeah, the other major thing to take note of is the importance of single troop type marches. So you are not going to see mixed troops running around for the majority of it, right? There are some mixed troop compositions that people use, but a majority of them are going to be one troop type. So you are going to see infantry running with full infantry, cav running with full cav. Same thing with rallies. It doesn't matter what march joins the rally. The only march that matters inside of a rally or a garrison is the primary, is the main rally lead and the main garrison. Outside of that, it is only about the troop type. That's it. So if you have a troop type or a garrison or rally lead that excels at having their rally full infantry, right? And somebody sends cav, you're cooked. Like you're already starting to get cooked. So it becomes more important about that kind of stuff. There are certain garrisons that will prioritize just mixed troops. That way teams can just dump whatever they have. So it is an option. But a majority of teams are fixated on one troop type with its rally and garrison. And like I said before, it only matters the rally lead and the garrison lead and what equipment, commanders, what armaments, what they have, and not what everybody in the rally or the garrison has. So that's why you'll start to notice that if you're not a rally or garrison lead, you prioritize something subtly different because you don't need to expertise out the rally leads and garrison leads and all that, unless you're planning on your city getting swarmed during KVK and stuff like that. Then you can focus on other things and prioritize them. Let me see. Yeah, the reset cost more gems and only gave back. So I would say this. I didn't mind the reset. The reason being is this. One, they didn't even have to do that. It wasn't even in the plan. So the fact that we even got one, people should just be happy, right? It wasn't even supposed to happen. They didn't have it planned, right? Two, if you price out the value, a lot of people, all they saw was 69K gems. I want somebody to tell me how many gems it would take for you to spin for 690 heads on a wheel event. And I guarantee you it is way more than 69K gems, right? Point number three. The cost is way cheaper. I know a lot of people just focus on 69K. If you want to, go buy 690 inside of the VIP, and you will pay 2,000 gems per gold head. It's only going to cost you 120,000 gems. It's okay. You know what I mean? Some people just want to. And by all means, if you want to, I invite you to our 4030 restart project. And I would love for you to buy some gold chests for us. All right. I'll do the gold chest dance. I'll do it. I'll learn how to shoulder shake. I'll have Oppo teach me. Okay. We'll make it work. We'll make it work. So was it the sexiest event ever? No, but they didn't have to do it. And they made it way more affordable than what is anything else that's available, which for me was value, even though I couldn't take advantage of the full reset. It's still, I didn't have to spend on all those gold heads. I think I got 350 that I didn't have to spend. I spent like 32K on, which, hey, reality is I would have only gotten 16 gold heads if I bought them in VIP with 32,000 gems instead of 350. So I'm not going to complain about it. That's just my personal opinion. Just gems for gold head. Yes, you can gem too. Yeah. On ROK numbers always wins. It definitely doesn't hurt. It definitely doesn't hurt. If you still need spenders. You're not free, like a full free-to-play kingdom isn't going to be a half spending kingdom because of garrison and rally leads. They're going to get eaten alive. I think numbers matter to a certain extent, but because of, okay, so the other thing, kid, that I will note in AWM, right? You can only fill garrisons and rally with one troop, one march. In Rise of Kingdoms, you can fill up, you can initially fill up, you know, if you're going to run it, put one in there with your alliance, but you can constantly fill with multiple marches. So even if you have a march that's in there, you can fill. You can solo hold flags just by filling with your marches. It's insane. You can have all your marches inside of a flag. And so that it makes where Kragans and whales become a high priority because of how much power and how much influence they can have over a KVK. ROK is just way more furnished of a game. And that's the thing, right? A lot of people are like, well, it's because the game is 8 years old. ROK wasn't always, and this isn't me talking bad about ROK. I'm just keep giving you the history of ROK. ROK wasn't always like this, right? I went through the dark years of ROK. I went through the tough times of ROK. The difference is, and here's the difference. There came a point where they started listening to the community and to the CCs and to everybody, content creators, sorry, CCs, about suggested updates, bug fixes, quality of life updates, all the things that a good community team would listen to. They started pulling it and pushing the voice and pushing the tone because they understood one very simple concept. Casual players don't play ROK for the most part. They're invested in your game. They are going to play your game more than you're going to play your game. And so the reality is when they are giving you feedback, they aren't giving you a feedback after playing for 30 minutes. They're giving you feedback based on gameplay over the course of days, right? Weeks of time in a KVK or years of time invested into playing your game. Like that, it doesn't come with a low voice, right? You gotta, and that's the main difference, right? I think in other games like AOEM, there's more casual. And so for them, it's like, when I come on, I want to have instant gratification and an hour of gameplay, and it better be good. It better be polished. Like it's more like, you know, and you can't really do that in a casual game, right? At the end of the day, in a casual game, they're going to do what's best for their profit line, not for what's best for the game overall. And so that's the major difference, is that ROK had that pivot, that shift a couple of years ago. And so prior to that, team, it was tough. It was tough. There wasn't a full-blown program, so we didn't really have like direct communication. Like all the things that are built out now weren't built out, you know. And so that's the important thing to understand, is you evolve, you grow. They're not going to be perfect. I'm not saying the ROK devs are perfect or the CMs are perfect, but what they are is they're very responsive. They're informative. They answer our questions. Like if y'all come to me and ask me, hey, Boba, I don't understand if this skill on this hero is supposed to pop X, Y, and Z, or like you want a specific breakdown, we can literally ask, and I can literally ask them and ping one of them and say, hey, can you further describe and explain this, how this works? Like they were asking questions about STP, right? About the damage factor and when it pops exactly and how, like certain things like the mechanic wise. And they came back to us with the explainers on the mechanic and when it popped and what type of damage it was. And so many things that like would have been pulling, you know, legs off in other games. And they came back and responded to us because we're not asking them for the secret sauce. We're just asking them how stuff works so that when we explain it to people, they can understand it. Or if there's a lot of confusion in it, then we can already make explainer videos for everybody. I see, yeah, 100% agree. Even the big boys getting fed up of AOEM right now might all switch to ROK. I told you, kid. I told you, just let them know, either hop on my server, or if they're already in AOEF server, then just to hop in the ROK channel, let us know. Because the Sleeper project's gonna be firing up next week. We're already the native. Actually, native is the 5th. Yeah, it's next week. Next week is when the native server is going to be opening up. So if they're going to want to jump in with us, like jump in, Like, we welcome everybody. We are, if we do have enough people that want to join us, then we will look at building our own separate alliance. But right now we are in a project because we didn't know how many people were going to want to join. So what up, bro? Maximus, what's going on, big dog? I'm happy to see you on the stream, bud. I just started playing this game. I needed to take a break from AOEM. This looks a little better than AOEM. So it depends on the style. Like what appeals to you, Maximus. If you like, are you more of a casual player or hardcore player? If you're a hardcore player and love PvP, this game is going to outshine AOEM by a landslide. If you're a casual player, you'll still have a lot of fun, but KVK may feel a little overwhelming to you because it is a lot. Talk, what's going on, big dog? Good to see you, my friend. How about that sleeper? I'm still looking for an alliance. Yeah, the sleeper will be doing the 4030 project. So if y'all are interested, message me or just ping me in the ROK chat in our Discord. And here, I'll drop the Discord in here. Ping me in the in our ROK chat and let me know, hey, I want to, notify me when we're going to do that. And what I'll probably do is add a tag for anybody who wants to get notified. And that way I can ping y'all when the server opens up. Kid, what 69k gems got to do with? So, kid, do you know how we had hero resets? Hero resets in AOEM? So in this one, the hero reset was based on how many universal sculptures or medals, in AOEM terms, were used towards a specific hero. So if you used, like, the hero unlocked an old hero, they use resets so that when you're jumping from younger kingdoms into the season of conquest, you'll have the ability to max out current heroes that weren't available to you prior to being in season of conquest. They also randomly will run them throughout the game life cycle that will allow you to reset old heroes that you don't use anymore and get back your sculptures, aka your gold heads. You'll hear that a lot inside of Rise of Kingdoms. That way you can use them towards another hero. Usually the exchange rate is 100 gems per gold head, right? If you use the wheel that's giving you the actual commander head, those will not exchange for universals. It is only universals that you can then, like, you'll get both of them, but you won't get all universals. You will only get back the universals that you put into that specific hero. And so it's 100 gems per head. And there you need 690 gold heads if you're doing a legendary commander to expertise them out. And so that's why it's 69,000 gems if you were to reset one of the heroes in that event. And it's not all the time, it's only during that event. The gold chest dance? Dude, Evil, most people don't even know, man. They might not even be here from that long. 1000% right, Bobo. A game needs to listen to people who play the game because they want what's best for the game. Yeah, and that's the thing, right? A lot of people asked, like, they asked me, they were confused by why I was doing what I was doing. And I'm like, team, why am I wasting my breath? Like, you hear it from Cigarum all the time. Like, why am I wasting my breath if they're never going to listen? So they never listen to feedback. You know, they constantly belittle the content creators. The updates are just always atrocious, right? Even if you get a half-baked decent update, they would then follow it up with the most epic failure of an update, followed by the most expensive update. And so it's like, what am I doing? I'm not only wasting money, wasting time, and wasting energy. I love the community, right? And that's what kept me there that long. But at the end of the day, right, if I don't enjoy the game, I'm not going to stream. I'm not going to make content. And you started to see that. I know some people ask me, like, why aren't you streaming? Why aren't you streaming? There was nothing to stream. And then when there was stuff to stream, I didn't have access to stream it. Like right now, I can spectate this. In AOM, this would not be available unless I had a mini account. I have like 100 plus minis on this main account that I can spectate if I want to pull stuff. So it's just the ease of being able to make content on ROK is night and day compared to AOM. Kid, do we have something like Catherine in the game who helps us? We do. So they tend to use WhatsApp, whatever. They use that. Yeah, it's based on the spend level. Usually it's based on the account. So you might have to hold on. Let me say this. Let me see. They might have to unlink it if they had it before. If they haven't had it, you'll get an email at some point that will be like, it'll say like, we want you to have private, like the title of the email will literally be like important customer support or whatever it is. And then they will give you a WhatsApp link and all these things. And then you can direct message everybody. But yeah, it is that. And there are different tiers too. So there is the Martel, which I believe is the highest one. That's like the big boy. And then the other thing is they do have their own, I don't have a link, like a code for it. So this isn't sponsored by any means. But Rise of Kingdoms has their own currency shop. So similar to how they had Midas for AOEM, they have that same, like, think of that, but for Rise of Kingdoms. And then they have specific, here's the crazy part, right? Everything that we suggested to AOEM, they added to ROK. So like different spend levels, you get wheels, you get like spend events, you get events that are exclusive to certain spend tiers in the game. And so like, I'll give you an example. There was a event that the CC's posted about in our Discord, that was exclusive to, I think you had to have spent like over 30K, I think, in the year or some shit like that. And you had like an exclusive event inside of that website where you could win like figurines and all these different things. And so you unlock different perks. You'll get invited to the meetups if you know, all those kinds of deals and all that kind of stuff. So there are a lot of perks for spending outside of most other games. Hit the like button, y'all. I appreciate it. Hit the like button. Hit the like button if you haven't already. Do me a huge favor. Smash that like button. Lick it, kick it, punch it. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you waiting for? I appreciate all the love y'all been showing the channel. Huge shout out to all those lurking. I wish you wouldn't. That way I can thank you and welcome you to our amazing community. And if y'all haven't already, the link's already getting popped all over the place. Inside. Dude, this is looking nice. I'm not gonna lie. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, brother's getting absolutely Sauroned out of his mind. Out of his mind. I've told all of them. All right. Yeah, I'll send you. Hold on. Let me see, kid. I'll send you the link, and then if they want to join, they're more than welcome to join. I don't know if they're in the other server, and I don't want to ping in all the other ones. Give me 1 second. Let me grab the link. I know I have a couple of them in DMs, but I know she speaks French, so I don't know. I don't know if she's gonna know. Give me 1 second. I'll send you the link in pop. There you go. Just don't play pew pew. If you play pew pew, we can't be friends. So they do also have ranged fights in here as well. Kid, if you're interested in stuff like that, you'll see them. We'll see them here soon enough. They pop up everywhere, fam, and you'll see them. Let me see. Let me zoom out, see if I can find the icon real quick. Icon. There's range. Shout out to Gecko Gaming, boys. There you go. There's one. Plato! Oh, bro. No way, brother. Dude, Plato's out here trying to farm easy KP. Plato! Oof, if you know, you know. Back in the day, boys. Back in the... Oh, my God. They're pushing them super hard right now. You love to see it. Dude, we need to switch to fire real quick. Look at this. Look at this. Let's see it roam, baby. Dude, team, how often did y'all see that many marches in an AOEM fight, bro? That is literally one front. Look, we're just going to keep scrolling. Look at this. March, 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 march. March, 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 march. Bro, and then you're going to have, that's just one front. March, march, march. Look, a whole different front pushing. Whole different front pushing. Like when I say this is large scale fighting, it is way different than AOEM. Because a lot of people are like, well, it's no different. It's very different. It's very different. Because the reality is this. You're fighting on multiple fronts with flag burning. You know, you can't just swarm the flag to burn it more. You have to wait. It's flag duration burn. So like once you burn it, it needs X amount of time before the opponent can then heal the flag. And then it will start rebuilding. And then you have to re-rally the flag and re-burn the flag. So then it takes multiple burns on a flag in order to burn it down. It takes time. You can't just add more marches to the swarmer burning flag for it to burn faster. It's different in ROK in that sense. Once it's burned, you're good. You can leave. You don't need to stand there. Because nothing you do is going to accelerate the burn rate. You just have to wait for them to heal it. And then once they heal it, then you go and burn it again. And that's it. Once it's burned, then you move on to your next objective and so on and so forth. That's what it turns into. All right, let me see. The biggest fights are up here. Let me see. Let me check back up here real quick. Okay, we got a little up. Bro. Dude, they're still getting slammed with that. Smash that like. I appreciate you, big dog. Let's not let down talk. Maximus, that's still amazing to me that you can get universal medals back. Yeah, they have a bunch. So they have the exchange type event, and then they have the reset event. The hero swap. I guess instead of exchange, it's a hero swap. That typically happens in a couple of different scenarios. One of them is when you're coming from pre-season of conquest into season of conquest. Usually they have a hero swap. That way you have the potential to upgrade your marches slightly in favor of current meta marches, right? The other time that you're gonna get it is when you come from a long time away. The hero swap will come in. I had a hero swap come in when I returned back. And so that gives you the opportunity to do that. And that's what I utilize, and that's when I switched to QSH, BQ, and then LC. So, you know, there's different scenarios. In that case, you're only selecting the hero. For a hero exchange event, you are just selecting the hero, and you are getting to exchange whatever is set on that one is going to this one. That's it. If you have it expertise, this one will be expertise, and this one will be unexpertise. All of the XP, the skills, the stars, all of it get exchanged over to and transferred to the new hero. In a reset, you get the hero. There's two different medals, right? There's the ones that you can earn that are the hero specific medals, and then the universal gold heads that you earn from most events in ROK. You will get both of those back, but only the universals can then be used towards something else. The other heads still have to stay with that specific hero. So That is the main difference between those two events. One doesn't cost you anything, the other does cost you something. And it doesn't fully transfer everything over. It only transfers certain aspects. That's why the exchange event is very, very like, you're rarely gonna get it, because it if you use and abuse it, like people won't ever need to buy new heroes. You'll just use the exchange event and just upgrade your marches every time. All right, let me see. The level of the support, yeah, depends on the spending, correct. Already having a lot of fun here. Dude, I enjoy it, man. So barb chaining is also a thing, kid, that you can do. There are marches. It's kind of hard for me to explain without me like showing you. But if you put AoE, like an AoE hero, so like an example, if you're gonna barb chains, if you're gonna chain barbs, barbarians are the equivalent of tribes from AoEM. But you can chain what we call chaining inside of Rise of Kingdoms, and what you do is you use a march like Richard with YSG, right? You hit one of the barbs, you lower it, you'll see the AoE, like the YSG AoE effect rain down. And if you drag the march and the AoE hits another barb, it engages that barb. And so without having to use more stamina or potions in ROK, you can use that five stamina / potion that you used for the one barb, and you can chain it so that it is 5 for 15 if you can link them all together. And so it becomes, if you have a lot of time and you're good at it, you can chain barbs with 100 potion, right? And chain 100 barbs with that, when you normally would have only been able to do like 10. You can also do some insane chains if you get good areas. Sounds fair to me. Compare with AoEM, you only get XP back. Yeah, it's pretty whack, man. All right, let me see. We are still watching, I believe we're still watching 2489 is the one in blue. Let's see where they're rotating. Are they rotating back north? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Dude, I was hoping Sensei would send me that report, but I didn't see it. Well, we'll see if we can get a report. You need to work in sales, brother. Wish I had the time to get back into the game. Hey, no worries, man. I do marketing for a living, so it's literally what I do. It's literally what I do, fam. The easiest way to sell something is to compare it to something that's similar. It's always the easiest part. That's what makes selling ROK so easy to AoEM, because I'm not trashing AoEM to make ROK look better. I'm showing you the differences between AoEM and ROK. And even though I know this is better than this, I'm letting you let yourself know that this is better, not this. You're like, there's a lot of things when people tell you this car is better than this car, right? But it's different than when somebody jumps into the car and drives it and then realizes themselves this car is better than that car. So people are more willing to do stuff when they think it's their idea. Marketing psychology 101. They're more likely to do something when they think it's their idea. So what you do is you drop subtle hints and subtle comparisons and subtle things, so that when they come up with their own point, their own thought, it actually was kind of already put in there, right? You subtly sold it to them, and they're just eating it all up. 49 G5, a win and come back, dude. It's gonna be the kamikaze. It's gonna be wild, man. I'm not trying to say who's gonna win, right? I would say this. 93 is going to be a hard out. 93 is going to be a hard out. I think the best thing that 2489 is doing right now is they are hard blocking to allow their allies to just freely roam, which is really, really good. They have enough territory to bring people in, and then basically they don't need to worry about growing anymore. Growing flags, planting, doing anything. All they need to do is just support in the field, help them push, and that is their job now. That is their role. 2489 is going to face palm, face tank, and then all the supporting cast almost has no direct connection to 93 anymore, which is smart play, a very smart play. Now the trick comes, I know 2489 has a lot of big Kragans, big whales. Like, it starts becoming when you can defend all your territory. You know what I mean? Like, 93 are no slouches. They have their own Kragans of their own. So if you start getting caught, like, does that make a big problem? Oh yeah. A little burn of the flag right there. I like it. Oh shoot, Kamikaze, thank you. 1 second, sorry, I was low. 627. I appreciate, yeah, if there's stuff happening, please put in the cord. 566. Put in the chords and we can go check it out. Oh, already burned. Oh, it might have been just too late. Apologies. Yeah, keep them rolling. Fighting in this game makes your balls feel electrified. Wow. Dude, Senji, you should be in sales, bro. You would totally have sold me right there. Tingles the balls. If you know what you're talking about. Whoa, 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 whoa.
I'm in danger.
Whoa, 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 whoa. I appreciate all the likes, fam. Do me a huge favor. If we get the stream up to 30 likes, let's do 25. 25 likes, we'll gift out a membership, all right? That'll be our first threshold. If we get up to 25 likes on the stream, we'll gift out a community membership on YouTube. You know, I just realized too, I've been looking at the YouTube chat, but I haven't been looking at the Twitch. Give me a second. Let me just make sure nobody's over there by accident. I do have it on both. Okay, no, we're good. Tingles, tingles. Should we do what we did last time, team? If we do, let's see. So the last stream we did a membership goal. So if we got hit with 10 memberships, then I would put on the costume of your choice and y'all get to choose what you want to see. So we can do that again if y'all want to do that. It's not required. I know y'all see it a lot during the charity stream, so I thought I always offer it. It's not every single time, unless we're getting wild with it, then it is. But we have a Teletubby costume. We have the inflatable chicken. We have the like inflatable, I don't know, y'all see the things that they're outside like the pawn shops and stuff where they're like flying out there. Yeah, we got one of those. We got the Bulbicorn, the unicorn. If y'all haven't seen it, y'all don't know. Got a nice little build going here. I'm gonna be cutting pretty deep here soon. 30 seconds, here it goes. It should touch, I think, all the way back here. They're already starting to back flag. Send me, Evil, send me the chords. Is he in here? Evil? Can you do a map review? Yeah, Space. Give me 1 second. All right. Map review. All right. So long story short, if you split the map in half, it was left versus right. If you're looking at the map, left versus right. I won't zoom all the way out because I can't. So left versus right. Red right now on the map is 2489. They're progressing pretty deep in here, cutting in. Blue are allies as well with 2489. And then on the other side, we have the opponent, which is 1093 and allies. 1093 are purple in here. So they are on the right side. And then yellow is kind of a mix of ally, but also of 2377, which you'll see a little bit of here. They were up here. When Kingsland, like day one, they were all filled right here, and they got pushed out and kind of started rebuilding over here on the right, which it looks like they're getting free burn. So they're probably going to get pushed out as well. Probably in the next, like, I would say 12 hours, they'll probably be out unless they wake up and push them back. But I don't see any back flagging, so I'm not sure if they're going to be able to do that. And so right now, what we're mainly watching is 2489 kind of face tanking with allies support, and then 93 kind of face tanking with a little bit of support, but not very much from what I've seen. The blue is 2489 on this screen right now. The red that you're seeing right now are the towers that they were talking about earlier that were shooting the absolute laser beams. See the lasers? Yeah. I'll be back in about 30 minutes, brother. I hope you'll be around. Yeah. I'll be there, brother. I'll see you in a little bit. Yeah, 2489 is looking real nice right now. Looking real nice. The support has been on par. They were late for the first rally, which was over here. But it's healing, as you can see. That's what a healed flag looks like when it's healing. If you click on it, you'll see repairing, and it will start. The durability of the flag will start once you're starting to heal it. We'll start healing it and raising it back up. Thank you. I read 93 are pushing now, but it doesn't seem to be the case. So 93 was pushing pretty good space, but 2489 and allies started like really pushing. We showed it earlier, but they rallied this flag and burned it really easy. So we'll see. Like 93 is one of those, they're no slouches. That they know it's about momentum. It's ebbs and flows. Also in this KVK mode in particular, garrisoning and defending has far more advantages than being offensive. And so it could be a little bit of both. This guy's about to get TP'd out. And so that's the goal here, I think. There you go. You got sent to the Shadow Realm, and they're blocking the TP spot now. You can block TP spots. That is a thing on ROK. If you are from AOEM, you can't do that in AOEM. In Rise of Kingdoms, you can block TP spots. So if you overwhelm your opponent on the field, you can literally park marches on the field and block all their TP spots. So keep that in mind. That is a strategy that people use, and it is very effective. God, I keep missing the chords, bro. Give me 1 second. 645 601. Oh, Mr. Hope. Oh, okay. Good God. Oh my God. Whew. Bro. What is that? Bro.
I'm in danger.
2 billion. 2 billion power? Bro. Dude, that's wild, bro. That's wild. 2.1 billion power, bro. He was 3 billion? Oh no. When did this become a thing, team? What? Bro. I saw that Mimi is still the same power 2 years later. Oh man. Oh, the Mimi. Maximus, you think this game is more free-to-play friendly than AOEM? So this is what I would tell you, Maximus. Rise of Kingdoms is more free-to-play friendly in almost every aspect. But I will say this. As a free-to-play player, you can enjoy Rise of Kingdoms far more than you can enjoy AOEM because of the amount of stuff that you can play in-game, as well as the amount of contribution that you can bring to a kingdom in KVK, as opposed to AOEM. As in spending, like spending mechanic, like that kind of stuff, AOEM surpassed ROK already. But ROK still has a good amount of spend. The difference is, right, the spend will help build the account, but it won't allow you to absolutely nuke random people unless they're off territory or whatever it is. Like you can still be really effective as a Kragan, but you aren't as out of control as you are in AOEM, where you can literally just zero out the entire kingdom, even if they're on territory or regardless. You can't do that in ROK. You just can't. If they're on territory, you can't swarm them, so on and so forth. So free to play if you play smart, you gather resources, do the events internally, you'll get speed ups. You can fight as long as hard as you want, as long as you have resources and speeds. So ROK is one of the best games I've ever played. It's so damn good. Just consumes so much time. Yeah. ROK is very time consuming. So that's the major difference between the two is AOEM is more, that's what they said, is more catered towards casual players, and ROK is catered towards hardcore players, right? Players that want to hang out in Discord and voice chat and just shoot the shit and KVK. And I guarantee you 93 to 2489 are all in voice chat right now, just chilling, hanging out, hearing voice commands, attacks, like plans, all that kind of stuff. And it goes on and on and on and on and on. In some kingdoms, we used to have multiple language voice chats going at the same time. We had English, we had Arabic, we had Spanish, we had multiple channels going. That way people could join in and go from there. So that's insane, dude. That's insane. Interesting. Okay, got the STP going. All right, that's crazy, man. All right, let me see, where's he at? Okay, so he's over here. Let me see. Let's check up top real quick. Still using lasers. Ball me, Blazer. Oh my God. And Lion was also 6 billion power owned by the same person. Dude, that's insane, dude. He dropped 900 million. That makes me cry, bro. Don't make me cry. That's crazy, Evil. Slam the like button. Yeah. We're 10 away. 10 away, fam. 10 likes on the stream. Do me a huge favor. Help us out with that YouTube algorithm if you haven't already. Smash the like button on the stream. Share the stream out with a friend if you haven't already. And if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, what are you doing? What are you waiting for? We're on the road to 7,500 subs. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for all the support as we continue to grow. And yeah, man, it's been wild. It's been wild. Line is on GV2. You can peek both accounts. Hell yeah. The brother is definitely still in here. Oh, Leo. Supposed to break the record in KP in 1 KVK? Dude, that's wild, dude. What's the actual record, Evil? 20 billion KP plus. That's insane, dude. That's insane. You got me feeling. Dun, dun, dun. Let's see. Do, 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 do. Plato's still going in, bro. He's going hard. He's going hard right now, brother. You want me to show y'all the difference? People always ask me all the time, right? What's the difference? Hold on. They want to know what a difference is between ROK and I want you to see this. This is the live section of Rise of Kingdoms right now. 1 stream, 2 stream, 3 stream, 4 stream, 5 stream, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 streams running right now. All averaging, like, what is this? There's maybe like 1,000 viewers across all of them right now if you combine them all. That's the difference. Now watch this. Now I'm gonna do Age of Empires mobile live. Did it not? Hold on. None. There are 0 live streams going on right now in AOEM. There's just more community. There's more content. There's just more, right? I'm not trying to bash anything, right? There's just more eyeballs. There's more content. There's more things that you can do. At the end of the day, as a content creator, that's a big thing. It's a big draw. So for as old of a game and people talk about it all the time, there are more eyeballs on ROK content than any other content in this genre. There's more content being produced, which makes it a little bit more competitive, but there's also more eyeballs on the content as well, which then has potential for growth. So as a content creator, that's what you're looking for, those two factoids, right? Competition is good in the sense that you have a camaraderie with other people. You get to collaborate more because there's more content creators. There's so many, it opens up so many more doors. Yeah, you may get view bombed by, you know, like if Chisco drops a video at the same time you drop a video, you're probably going to lose some views because his video is going to hit a little bit harder than yours is. So, but at the same token, all those eyeballs have potential to see your content as well. So it's a catch-22, right? You're either a big fish in a really small pond, which was AOEM, or you're one of the fishes in a very large pond with a lot of fishes. And so I went after where my community, I built this channel on Rise of Kingdoms, absolutely love it. And that's why we came back. The record is at 27 billion. Who holds the record? Evil is at 400 million away and didn't check the stats. Oh Lord. He already beat the record? Oh Lord. Check Pro Kingdoms. If y'all send me the link in Discord and I can check it out. I've got to say, blocking TP spots is the most aggravating thing have happened to you, especially from a playing. Yeah, it's pretty wild. All right, looks like 2489 bringing in some reinforcements, some big boys. Get a little scuffle here. We'll watch this little scuffle and then we'll go back down to the south. We'll go back down to the south. Yeah, I still haven't settled on any of those. I know people are talking about ROK stats and pro kingdoms and all that. I don't even know. But hey, if they want to sponsor, by all means, we can add them as a sponsor. If they want to sponsor something. All right, let's go down south. See what we're working with here. Are they would go where the tips touch. In the words of my brother Drogothian, go where the tippy tips touch. Nobody's burning here. Interesting. Okay. Let's see, it should be right here. Oh my god, dude, they're pushing them so deep right now, bro. 2489 is going in. I see the Attila. I think it's in. Yeah, it's in. Rally is in. 2489. I'm pretty confident, right? Oh no, that's Garrison. It's Attila on Attila. Oh no!
I'm in danger.
Ooh, the Garrison. The Attila Garrison, boys. Yeet! 93 said yeet! Skirt! Space. Imagine if he can get 30 billion KP this KVK. That would be, dude, that's insane, dude. This the sheer amount of power having to be lost to do it is wild. 900 million power. I don't even think I would have to get it zeroed like 14 times for me to even have that kind of power lost. Dude, that's insane, dude. That's insane, dude. All right, now we got 93 pushing a little bit. Kind of a smart play on 89 side. Just pull back, fight on territory. There's Sev coming in. Baller. Little switcherooski's coming in. There's some 2489. Oh God, look at him. Oh. I don't think I have all the links. Send you on that one. It's not command. It's all good, brother. I do not miss these big KVKs. Dude, real, I miss Uncle. I miss it. I miss him. But at the same token, like, I enjoy being able to like relax and have a good time in KVK. But I do miss fighting in them. I do not miss how expensive they are. I would say those are the biggest things. That the two biggest things I miss are, one, being in a large kingdom, the account growth is a whole lot easier because you have more spenders, more everything overall. But it also comes with the cost, right? You're gonna grow your account more, but you're also gonna lose more as well because you're gonna fight in the biggest KVKs against the biggest kingdoms, against, like, there's a give and a take. In a smaller kingdom, you might still have pretty good fights. You're not going to get railroaded by a million people. So you can enjoy them, but growth might also be more dependent on how much you spend and less on how big your alliance is. So there's kind of gives and takes on both sides. It's just a matter of what you like. Hardcore and Large Kingdom was insane. Like, we used to have like 15-hour streams on the weekend. Like, we went hard. And then I would go to sleep, wake up, do it again, do it again, do it again. Like, our streams for KVK were long. In our current kingdom, I don't know if we're ever going to have a stream that will be that long, to be honest with you. I think usually after a couple of hours, it's cooked. Maybe Kingsland, but I don't know. It didn't feel as intense, which I'm not mad about. Hey, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate you. Welcome to the Burrito Gang, my friend. PC Architect, yo, welcome to the Burrito Gang, my friend. You are now part of the thickest community in all of Rise of Kingdoms, the Burrito Gang. My forever memory was being in 846 and literally not sleeping for 2 days. Yeah, I hear you, brother. Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, I think the biggest KVK we had, I wanted to say the 1093 one, but honestly it wasn't. I think it was the 3v1 KVK, I want to say, that we did with 1307. That 3v1 was exhausting, man. I think I lost more troops in the starting zone than I did in entire KVKs. It was wild. The starting zone was fought for an entire week by itself. It was insane. Let's see. Ming, good to see you, buddy. Welcome, bud. Hope you're having a great day so far, my friend. I remember we fought 365 in 2 straight KVKs. I think that broke me mentally. Oh, man. Nah, the largest one, I think that I would say, in my opinion, right? Y'all tell me if which one y'all think is the biggest one to ever be played. I really think that there was a Strife of the 8 that had 1254, 1365, and a bunch of other, like the largest kingdoms in Rise of Kingdoms, all landed in the same map. And that Strife, even though it ended really ugly, the entire Strife was loaded with war. It was crazy the amount of war that it was loaded with. It just ended really badly, which is why a lot of people don't classify it as the biggest KVK of all time. But if you take all the stats from that one, the power, the kills, like that one was absolutely just mint. It was crazy. I think that KVK Kingsland lasted for like over 7 days. That one ended with that weird backstab. You remember? It had the weird backstab in Kingsland and people stopped fighting. And then it just got chalked. That was when the fort wall was invented. Nah, I think it was before that. The fort wall has been a thing since, shoot, I don't even know. Fort walls became a thing in Heroic Anthem when it was the only KVK. It's been a long time. But yeah, 1254 was known for fort wall KVKs. Yeah, with the forts. I think there was like, at one point we took a picture and I think it was like 45 forts had been laid out. It was nuts. There was an 8 Imperium Strife with 1960, 2489, 2377, 1606, 1875, and 2 others. Is that a recent one, Space? That sounds like a recent one. brother. They're coming at it. Somebody's hitting it. Probably 2 years ago. Okay. So 960 was still at peak. Yeah, I'm ready for Osiris League. I'm ready for all the events to start coming. They're gonna come pretty soon. How is the map looking? What comes the map? I think maybe 1 or 2 flags have burned. The only ones that I've seen burn are down here. Right now, everything else has pretty much been stagnant since then. It hasn't really moved. And then there's movement right here that they're burning out 2377 right now. They're kind of free burning them right now. They're getting that free burn on. What surprises me is that 93 hasn't started like back flagging over here for when they get cut. That's the one surprise that I'm honestly surprised by. But it might also come down to flag currencies and resources, and there's a lot of moving parts with it. But this zone right here has been non-stop, man. Non-stop. When people want to know what large-scale KVKs look like in Rise of Kingdoms, you're seeing this across, like, in weird time zones going on daily. I would say probably like 10 UTC to like, what, 22 UTC is probably like the biggest window where the fights are going to look even bigger than this across the entire map. So right now, this is like some downtime for some kingdoms, and they still have a lot of people showing up. So it's not you know what I mean? It's one of those. That's what's awesome to see. If this was AOEM, this would be a ghost town right now during the downtime. Be wild. Space. I captained a Grand Prix team last year. Looking forward to not taking part in ARC anymore. It's too much organization. Why don't you just play? Just play, don't organize it. Are you still gonna play, or you don't want to play at all? Which team were you on, Space? We caught some of the later rounds when we came back this season. That's when we started coming back. They're on the other channel, so I need to actually start moving all that over. I always keep saying it, and I keep forgetting to do it. I sold my account shortly after we got knocked out. No, Space, no. Baby, come back. I'm gonna sing the Space, bro. Baby, come back. Our kingdom is gonna try for Osiris League. Nice. Oh, dude, were you on the 2377 team? Dude, no way. I think I casted y'all's match. Let me see. Pretty sure I casted y'all's match, bro. That was heartbreaking, brother. Did I not? I could have sworn I did. Beer, 62, 45Q. Question mark? GT versus beer. Huh. Huh. Against 2748, I believe so, Space. I believe so. It could have been worse, man. You could have gotten the greatest sneaky tactics play done onto you in the Rise of Kingdoms history, in my opinion. Could have been much worse. Dude, the play that was it GT, I think that did it? Bro, that was mint. Mint. I have that video. I'll probably have to put it onto this account as I start pulling them down. Oh, 911. Bro, I don't know how I feel about Sauron absolutely laser beaming people with shields on. I ain't gonna lie. It feels wrong. It feels wrong on so many levels. I tell you this last stream, you need to watch our match. Oh, yeah. Can I watch it right now? I need to watch it. 21, hold on. Let me write it down. Chunkla truck. Watch. I think it was just 2377 was y'all saying, right? Versus 21YL. Gosh. Maybe I'll do a reaction to it. Or cast, whatever. Can record a video. An hour-long video. Or maybe we'll just do it on stream and then I'll chop it up. Yeah, we can enjoy it together. Bro, Space, did you see the GT one? Did you see the GT one? If you never saw it, I kind of want you to see it. I might just bring it up just for gas. I haven't brought it over. It's still on the old channel. You were training with him? Oh, okay. Dude, that play was wild. They recruited me the day after we got knocked out. Jesus Christ, Space. Come. Dude, Space is getting the itch. I can feel it. Does it give you the itch, Space? The itch to come back? Or is it like a deterrent for you now? You watch this and you're just like, Or does it make you like, oh, bro, I'm in? They wanted my opinion on 2748. That makes sense, man. Yeah, I'm trying to it's weird. I talked about it. When was it? I talked about it, I think last stream, where I told y'all that there was stuff that I had been working on and sent over to the devs like 4 or 5 years ago for a new ARC mode. Part of the stuff, they're implementing certain aspects into the new mode. Let me see real quick. I won't dive too deep, and I'm not gonna plan on watching the video. If y'all want to check it out, I can always post the link in the Discord. Give me 1 second. Let me see. Playlists. Should be Arco Osiris, I want to say. This one. Nope. Arco Osiris videos. Alright, not that. Think it's that one, no. There it is. Give me 1 second. Bring it up and I'll show y'all real quick. So I posted this screenshot in the Discord. Let me... Yeah, I thought my title was clever, bro. The series was called The Architect, bro. So the idea was that we would be creating a new map for Ark of Osiris. And so y'all see the starting zone. So basically what I was offering was an example of a reskin Ark. So starting zones you already saw, lanes, they split, however it is. But then in the middle, and I can zoom back out on the other one, but I wanted y'all to see the icons. It was the icons for the altars and shrines right here, normal. But then you had a boss, an NPC boss. So think of it, the way I want you to think of it is think of these circles like, oh my goodness, I just went blank on the mode in Champions of Olympia, where you can stand in the circle and then you capture and then you get buffs and you get all that kind of stuff. Think of these circles as the same thing, right? There's zones to contest, to earn score, do that. And then these are a big boss. So think of like League of Legends when you go fight the dragon and go do all that. You do rotations to fight these to get additional buffs. These lines would be your mid lane. There's your arc. And then these, I know most of y'all, not architecture and drawings and stuff like that. These usually indicate windows. Doors would be the opposite, but they would be more doors. I just didn't want to flip them out because they looked real weird. And so the idea was, is this would add a dynamic element to the map so that certain times in the map, this would be open, this would be open, and this would be open. But this is closed and this is closed. So then it forces like teams to have to rotate and communicate rotations. And so it's one of those, like we threw out the suggestion as that was the map potential. It kept it as a 3-lane map, but then added in some dynamic elements to the map. And this would also be played in fog. And that was the final suggestion, is that this map would have had fog when I suggested it. And this was suggested 4 years ago. So they're starting to roll out some of the things. But yeah, it should be, like I said, there's always feedback going in for suggestions. Space, I came back and captained the last month of ARG, but I think Lion will leave. So 2377 will likely die then. I don't want to organize the leftovers. No, but it's more like, would you come? Are you coming back to ROK? You said you sold. I don't know. Do you have multiple other accounts? Or you're just spectating, supporting, and stuff like that? I wonder where Lion will go. Hey, kid. Good to see you, buddy. Plan to come back to ROK Space. Yeah, that's what I was wondering, too. Ah, Evil. I'm too tired now. But watching Bulba makes me happy. He doesn't know so much about today's version of ROK. It's fun to chat. And it's one of those things. Like, we're going to pick up on stuff. I'm not going to deep dive super deep into it. We'll get there at some point. But at the end of the day, like I tell everybody, right? Like, you got to enjoy the game, right? It's right now I'm enjoying just enjoying the game and hanging out with the community, having a good time, chatting with y'all, having some fun, and watching some great fights. And that's, at the end of the day, I can find enjoyment in that. You know what I mean? I love fighting and I love PvP and I'm gonna love KVK and all that kind of stuff. But if I only stream during KVK, man, I would be bored as shit. You know what I mean? So the reality is that's what makes it. The community and the entertainment and all that is what drives me. I won't ever claim to be an expert on it, by any means, for sure. But that's what I have y'all for. You know what I mean? Yeah, I need the eggheads to unite. The burrito heads. The burrito eggheads to really unite. I have access to maybe 10 plus whale accounts. Brother, do I need to do the Shinshi gold dance for you, brother? Oppo's been showing me some tricks. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you, brother. Oppo's been showing me the language of his people. Been showing me the language of his people. Thought, bro, we should just make our own RTS. A lot of people keep saying that, man. The issue always comes is like, when you think about it, right? If we did that, what would we do to differentiate ourselves out of the market? And that's the problem that I have with a lot of other games that are similar to like this. This is the reason why when people ask, why don't you play AOEM and ROK? I always told myself I would never play the same style game, same genre game across multiple game titles, right? So if I play ROK, I'm not going to play AOEM. If I play AOEM, I'm not going to play ROK. And it's not because I don't think that the games are good. It's because me financially, time-wise, time investment, you know, all that kind of stuff. I invest myself when I do stuff. And y'all know that when I invest in AOEM, I was building out web content. I was building out, you know, video content. I was doing live streams. I invest my time, energy, and effort into the games I play. And I know that if I play multiple of these style of games, I will be like neglecting both because I'm going to spread myself too thin. And so that's why I never do that. If it was other games like Call of Duty or other things where it's like I can play 5 games, go play Fortnite, play 5 games, go play Gears of War, play 5 games, I wouldn't matter. I know it wouldn't matter to me, right? Because it's not as extensive of a time investment as these are. These are a lot of time. And so that's always just been my rule, my personal rule. It's not because I don't like, I could have stuck around with AOEM, right? But because I'm not enjoying my time, I'm not enjoying the effort, I'm not enjoying the support, I'm not enjoying any of that, I invest all my time into what I am enjoying. And ROK, I'm enjoying. How's your main account looking? It's okay. It's okay, kid. My account got zeroed, and so when I left a couple of years ago, and so when I returned about a month ago, I slowly had to start building it back. Because at the time I hadn't decided fully if I was coming completely back full time to ROK. And so I didn't spend anything the first month. I would say in ROK, I'm like a low spender, not really a mid spender. So I do spend a little bit, but I don't spend very much. I prioritize, I spend smart with how I spend. So if I'm going to spend, it's going to be on like the passes, usually bring great value. And then certain gem events, I'll do them as well. Or any sort of like anniversary events or holiday events, any of those, they will have gem buy stuff like that. And then I will get those. But I'm not a crazy spender in ROK either. So I think I'm at 67 mil right now. I think that's where I'm at right now. I started at, when I came back, I was at 55. So slow rolling the account, free to play, came back with like 10 mil, 12 mil back in power. I'm nowhere. I think the highest power I ever had was 77. So I'm about 10 off. But I am planning on fighting in this coming KVK a little bit more because I'll have troops to actually fight with now. Won't be a crazy amount, so it won't be like stupid crazy, but I'm gonna start getting back into the flow of it. We should go check other parts of the map. Let me go check that. Even though that's probably the most active part of the map right now. Whoa. Super cow. Oh, I was gonna show you, kid. So here, I told you that I would show you this. So 1 second, team. There are some things that you need to check out in the stuff that I was talking about earlier. So if you come to your profile in the top left, click on it, you'll see your settings icon down here. This is where all your leaderboards, all your stuff is going to fly out. But under settings, this is all the custom stuff that you can look at. This is a personal preference, up to you. You can do whatever you want. The hide enemy troops, hide allied troops. These are the ones like when you watch other people's live streams where they're hiding like the hidden effects on the marches. This is where you start seeing all that. So it cleans up your UI a little bit on that aspect. Sounds not really that much. Controls are another one. You can change your cursor size if you're blind. If you're 80 years old, you know, you can fight. Like, bro, this is like one of those like grandfather calculators, the ones that are like 3 feet tall. You know what I'm talking about? So you can change your cursor size just depending on what you want, which other style you want. Screen edge movement. This is a personal choice. I don't have it on because I don't really like it. What this one does is it will make the edges of your box or your frame movable. So if I slide my cursor to the right edge, it will start dragging my camera to the right. I don't need to click and scroll and click and scroll and click and scroll and click and scroll to move the map. I can literally just move my cursor to the right and it will start dragging the map that way. And then the last but not least, the probably the most important one is your combat settings. This is where you're gonna set all your stuff. Actually, no, it's not this one. It's the customization. Sorry, is it? Hold on, dude, I'm going blank now. Sorry, controls, shortcuts. And then your shortcuts are where you're going to be able to control all your stuff. So your troops, if you want to set these, if you're used to playing keyboard and mouse kind of on other games, you can set it so that troop 1, troop 2, troop 3, troop 4, you can have up to, I think, 7 in KVK. So then you can select what shortcuts you want. Do you want select all on screen? This is a big one. Difference between AOEM and ROK. They have this selector. So in AOEM, right, the issue always became like if I'm sending out 4 fighting marches and 1 siege march to the wall, and I need to send my siege march back home after the siege is complete. Every time you would select and drag and move, it would always like subtly pull that siege march back. Now with this command, with the select all troops on screen, as long as that siege march isn't on the screen, it will only select all for the marches that are on the screen. Anything off screen will keep doing what you sent it to do. And then the same thing with these, let me see. If you need to do all formations, like different setups right here are for you. You can set up hotkeys, you can do all that kind of stuff too. So those are probably the important ones to note, is the custom controls depending on what your playstyle is. Especially during KVK. When you're fighting, it's going to be important, because what you can do is you can fight where you're like hitting, draw, hit, draw without having to drag constantly. You can use your hotkeys. So you're selecting all, return, click, return, click, return. Like you can have your battle mechanics down on that front. All right, 1 second. Let's do, I think there were wind. Oh yeah, dude, they're getting pushed hard. Hey, but I appreciate all the love, fam. We are 2 likes away on the stream from gifting y'all that gifted YouTube membership. So if you haven't already, do us a huge favor. Help us out with that YouTube algorithm. Smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because why not? It's free and you're already here, and I miss you and I love you, and you're helping us get to our goal of 7,500. And if you haven't already, share the stream link out with your friends. We'd love to invite them to our amazing community. And thank you again for all of y'all's support. We truly wouldn't be here without y'all, and it means the world to us. So thank you in advance. I appreciate y'all. One away, boys. All right, let me pull up the stream because I know y'all are gonna smash this. Let's see. Ooh, we got him. All right, here we go.
When you know with purpose, you do.
Here we go. All right, team. Good luck to everybody. I appreciate all the support. Y'all been doing it. And thank you again. Good luck to everybody. Whoever gets it. Here we go. RM, welcome to the Thick Burrito Gang, fam. Thank you again for all the support, and hey, congrats on the win, fam. I don't know if he's here, but hey, let's go. Let's see. What? Talk. What's going on, big dog? You know, gifting that membership, boys. Gifting memberships. All right, let me see. Brother, they're getting pushed. 2489 are doing a great job, though. Let's see if... Let me see real quick. Ugh. Ball me, Blazer. Blazer, phaser, taser. The 2489 is out in force right now, fam. Bum, 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 bum. Space, I go to sleep. Let me know when you do the arc reaction. Yeah, I'm down, Space. Are you? If you're not in the server, fam, hop in. If you're not in the Discord, we have the Discord set up. So if you want notifications, they're all self-assigned. Because in my old server back in the day, it was just like everyone pinged everyone for everything. And in this case, I set up our server, our new server, with the notification settings so that if you want to get notified, you just add the roles, and those are the roles that get assigned. But yeah, I'll let you know. I'll probably do what I think I'm gonna do is I'll do reaction on the stream, and then I'll cut it up and put it as a video. That way y'all can chill and we can have a good time and react together and have content. Get some rest, my friend. I appreciate you stopping in, bud. We'll see you on the next episode of Rise and Grind. Good God. Dude, that's so many sieges right there, bro. Whew, range. Good almighty. Good almighty. Bam, 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 bam. in the Habibi. Oh, Enzo's fighting in here. Hell yeah, brother. All right. We do that's okay. Sorry, I was cleaning up a Twitch chat real quick. Do 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 do. Dude, I'm kind of excited to see how this this project goes. Our project's gonna go. Do, 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 do. Let's see. Oh, Gambit! I see you, Gambit. Oh, Frodo, it's you, bro. Okay, I remember you now. Brother, that is not you eating your fucking metal. Oh, no, dude. Nah, cuz, we can't be flexing like that, bro. Habibi, we can't be flexing like that, bro. That's too hard of a flex, man. I only ever got one thing from the ROK CMs, fam, and it came in and broken. I'll need to find it's somewhere in the other room. I'm looking at trying to add some shelves back here, like up, so that I can have some display shelves on the wall. And brother, they sent me back in the day when they had the city skin thing and they shipped and the box was so soaked. Literally, I was like, oh no, the box disintegrated. It didn't even have like, bro, it was tough. And then by the time I opened it up, it was split in half and I was like, oh no. Oh no. It broke my heart, bro. It broke my heart. That reminds me, I need to start adding. I'll do this after, but I gotta add all these links. Upload. Hold on. The right account. It is. Okay, cool. So that, and then I need to start adding in the links. The linkus. All right, I'll start adding those. Oi! Oi, oi, oi. Dude, the back and forth is always fun. Is that shrimp fish? Jesus Christ. What a name. What a name made in hell. Good God. What's the funniest name y'all seen in game team? Don't just make one up, like one that actually, and then let me know what kingdom. That way we can track them. Got a 2-minute arrow time. Ooh. Ooh. It's a nice little fight right here. Nobody's really doing the back and forth stuff. But I hate it when people do that, man. It drives me so nuts. Take out the hat. All right, team. I'm gonna be right back. I need to go get some water. I'm getting a little dry mouth, so give me 1 second. Just gifted. Oh, I just noticed. All right. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water, and I'll be in the men's room. All right. So give me 1 second. I'll be back in like a minute. Be back. Here we go. Oi. We're back. We're back. All right. It's only Wednesday, so this is a, what do you call this? A flavored sparkling water beverage. All right. We're not getting super wild today, team. All right. Hey, you gotta calm down. Maybe on Friday. Maybe on Friday. Ba-bum, ba-bum, ba-bum. Laser. Dude, this fighting right here is just so good. I think it kind of died down here. They're kind of just free burning. And it looks like they're just starting to get picked apart. Yeah, free burn there. Got a nice little fight here going on. Okay. Let's go. '49 has more players than 93. I don't think so. I think what's happening right now, Dreamy, is that 49's allies are showing up in the field because they have that availability right now. So like on the map, right, the blue is ally. And so like they have nothing else to do other than having to support on the field. And so you're starting to see Like the numbers game is starting to become a real big thing, right? 49 has power, which is why the way they position themselves, in my opinion, is very smart, because they position it where they're going to face tank everything, essentially. Their ally gets to sit back here and kind of just support in the field. Same thing down here. Once they pushed out 2377, it kind of cooked this whole bottom half, because originally 2377 was right here, and now they had to adjust and come over here, and now they're getting just free burned out. So the big ally for 93 is getting pushed out, free burned out, and so now it's just 93 at a certain point is going to be face tanking everybody, which, don't get me wrong, like, I'm not saying they can't, but it becomes a point where it's like, then maybe they start using farm accounts to you know, to fill and stuff like that. So you never know. You never know. But it'll be interesting to see how long 93 is going to hold out on this with no 2377. So I think it's just one of those things. I think 93 is outnumbered now in Kingsland with 2377 being gone. So and they're not touching at the pass, right? Yeah, they're not. Oh, it's burning. I was about to say, I was like, huh? Shoot, if anything, I feel like 2377 should have done that. If they aren't going to be in Kingsland, at least pull them out and then start burning these down here. Might help, maybe. You never know. Ever. God. So many ranged marches, man. But we'll see. 93 has been holding up really well. I would say they are getting pushed back a little bit. But here's the thing, right? Is if one flag burns and you're like, I classify this as the night shift. The night shifts are always the most like if you're holding it with the light crew, man, you're getting worked. Like back in the day in 1307, dude, the night crew, we had a whole thing going because we knew for a fact there was like 40 of us maybe holding all these flags and trying not to burn and running together and doing like, dude, it was a job, and you had a role to serve as the night crew. It was wild. How many flags burned? 2. Okay, great job. Now it's our uptime. Boom, we push. It's like that. The night crew, the off times are always the most important because the really smart kingdoms strategize for that. And one of the best kingdoms to ever do it was 960. The other one that was phenomenal at it was 1V. They were fantastic at backflagging during their downtimes. Where it was like they had the back flag strategy so that you couldn't burn all of them at one time. You had to burn them and then wait and then build and then burn them. And so it was a whole process of like layering back flags. Like they layered them so that you would have to burn them one by one by one by one. And if you heal and do all that, like there was potential where you could literally stretch out an entire downtime with certain back flags that you knew that would burn completely. And then during your uptime, then you'd burn them all back. And then during your downtime. And so then you just wear people down. Like it was insane. It was insane. I do that all the time. Dude, man, it's wild, man. But yeah, I think those are like the best kingdoms that I've ever seen. It's not their uptime that I pay attention to, it's their downtime. Because of how organized, like you have to be real organized, because like if you have an opponent that's very strategic, they can easily plan strategies to do large chunk cuts during your downtime if you give them the option. And so being able to strategize to not give all that territory up in the 4 hours, the 5 hours that you're light is key, right? Because then you're gonna play catch up nonstop during your uptime. So it's one of those. Because of how long flags take and everything. It's a whole art form. I was never very good at it, but people are pretty good at it, to be honest. I have my main and 10 farms that I rally and garrison with. I have a couple of our members that do the same at nighttime crew. Yeah, exactly, Ming. We used to have players that did the same, where they would port around like all their farm accounts around the flag and literally just reinforce with their farm accounts nonstop. Can't stop me from running through. It's true. Shine through. All right, let me see. Ming, but I won't be alone much anymore. We have a group of Korean players who joined in our kingdom, so 24/7 uptime is going to be golden right now. Dude, that sounds good. That sounds good, man. That sounds nice. I think 2481 said that we're going to be registering next pop, I believe. So we did one skip and we're going to do right back in. So I need to start getting my resources from my Uncle Felipe. From my Uncle Felipe. I think they said, oh, I'm trying to remember it. It's whatever the next pop is. I think it was the 8th or something like that. I don't even remember. It was somewhere around there. Let me see. Clowns. Clown chat. Shine through. Announcement. Let me see. I don't read your announcement, sir. It's too much language. Yeah, 2-2. Yeah, 2-2. Yeah, February 2nd is what I saw in the mail. I think they said based on the rotations, I think Strife is where they're going. So we'll see. I was hoping for another Troy, to be honest with you. I enjoyed Troy. Troy was fun.
grew up a little too fast. I miss the days that we chill and relax. Where did the time go? It all passed. Now I need to go back. I had no worries, but always had plans. Only thing I did was pick out the trash. Now it's much harder to laugh. Hard to get up and not work on my craft. I need inspiration. Don't need no validation. No more medication. Just try some meditating. I don't need you to save me. Feel like all of you hate me. Everything's been so hard with all the situations lately. I just need to numb the pain for a minute. I just wanna run away on vacation. I don't know what else to say.
Alright, this is about to go down.
I just need to numb the pain.
Oof. Now it's starting to. Now this is where the chunks are gonna start coming out. The chunks. Le chunk. Not to be confused with the Pokemon. Le chunk. Oof. Yeah, I just feel like they're getting spread real thin now. 9-3 is putting up a great fight, but I definitely feel like they're getting split. They're getting spread pretty hard right now. I know I saw Cyborg right there. We'll make sure to show the map at the end of the stream. That way we know where it was at then. Uh-oh. Got a little heal. Laser. Dude, that thing is so annoying, dude. Bro, I would be so triggered by those towers, man. I'm not gonna even lie to you. I'm not gonna even lie. I'd be so triggered. They're like flamethrowers from across the map. It's wild. It's wild to me. Dude, they look so confused right there. That poor soul. That poor unfortunate soul. Now it's just kind of babysitting some flags. So let me see what we're doing right now. See if there's any more little action. We've already been streaming for 2.5 hours, which is wild. It flies by when you're having fun, fam. Sorry, somebody posted something in Discord on the on one of our channels. So I was responding real quick. All right, let me see. Oh. Bro, that's so many animations going on right now. Ooh. It's a submarine sending out the echolocation. There's a bunch of dolphins. I don't think that's what a dolphin sounds like, but we're just gonna agree to disagree, team. Brother, what does a dolphin sound like? I'm so confused right now. Now I'm just gonna be thinking about, I'm gonna have to Google what a dolphin sounds like. These towers are way too, like, bro, the burn rate on that is just insane, dude. That's way too fast. I ain't gonna lie. What happened to the music, fam? The durability on the city walls is just nuts. Huh? Dude, I got some in my eye now. All right, I think it kind of chilled out. I think they're just slow burning everything now, so we'll have a little bit of fighting left. But I always like just having the streams for when there's some action going on. Right now, I think they're kind of in that mode of just kind of stall. My eyes are getting heavy. Oh no! Oh no! All right, give on a second. Let's check the south real quick. I was hoping for a, yeah, we got a rally. Let's go. That's what I was hoping for. This is what we'll end off on. End off on a little rally. I was hoping we'd get a rally. With the swarm. Oh. Oh. The power of the shielded accounts, boys. Whew. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Why are you running? Why? Why are you running? I'm standing around this one like the rally is getting ready to get launched. All right, boys. Boys and ladies and gents, I think we are going to call that. Let me see. I think we're going to call it a nice breezy 3-hour stream. I appreciate those of y'all that came and hung out. do me a huge favor if you haven't already, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We'd love to welcome you to our amazing Burrito Gang community. And if you're already a part of it, hey, thank you. Shout out to you. Greatly appreciate it if you'd share the stream and the channel link out. I'm going to put in our Discord link. We'd love to have you in there as well. That's our community communication right there as well, where you chat and hang out. And if you haven't already, you know, definitely consider sharing it out. Welcome your friends. We are going to be streaming all things rock and making content. So look forward to it. Keep your eyes out. If you do want to be a part of the project that we're going to be joining in 4030, starting next week, jump in the Discord in our ROK chat, ping me and let me know, hey, I want you know, information on the project. I will send it to you, and then I'll probably add tags to y'all. That way, whenever the kingdom opens up for natives, then I'll ping y'all, and then we can all jump in together. If you're not going to be doing a sleeper account, all that kind of stuff. So thank you again for all the love and appreciation y'all been showing the channel. It means the world to me. I know it looks like a butt, but it's a heart. And welcome to all the new subscribers, all the new members. It warms my heart, and I truly wouldn't be here without y'all. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you again for all the things. I hope you have a great rest of your day, great rest of your night. Stay tuned on Discord. We'll let you know when our next live stream is. But I hope y'all have a great rest of your day, your week. And we'll talk to y'all soon. All right, well, bye.